Franchise.
Get in like the Marines.
Franchise.
Yeah.
Franchise.
We're in.
Franchise. Franchise the damn thing.
Welcome to Franchise Addicts, a podcast that in the past covered every movie for a given franchise, but is now covering Alien Earth. And this week we will be breaking down everything to do with episode 3, Metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis, and this is what they do. Things change.
Yeah, and we're gonna go through the episode in a slightly different way than we did last week, just because there's
So the format has gone through a metamorphosis?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
exactly.
Okay.
So we've been doing scene by scene. We kind of do that with our movies too. I think for the TV show, it's gonna work better to just kind of go by character groupings.
Mhm.
It'll allow us to speculate a little bit more and kind of focus in on multiple things at the same time instead of jumping around.
Love it.
So we'll get started with Wendy and Hermit, which I suppose does get us to the start of the episode anyway, because that is who we see immediately is Wendy going down to save her brother. Hermit, also known as Joe.
Okay. Hermit is her brother Joe.
I don't know if it's their last name because he does have it on his like military uniform. It says Hermit on his uniform. So it might be his last name. But yeah, Wendy is the only person that calls him Joe. Every single other person in his life seemingly calls him Hermit.
Wow.
But it could just be one of those weird military nicknames too. Like,
That they print on your uniform? I feel like they wouldn't print it.
I know. Wow. I don't know. You remember?
If another guy with maggot.
Yeah. Do you remember the Forrest Gump scene where he's going through all the nicknames of the people in his platoon in Vietnam?
I just remember all the uses for shrimp.
Well, it was basically the same thing.
It's the same bit.
Yeah. The best part of the bit is when he's like, and there's this guy named Tex. Well, I don't know where Tex was from.
Oh, Forrest. You're so charming, but you're so stupid. We love you because you're so stupid. You're so nice. You're so kind. Because that movie teaches us that, the true sweet people are the idiots. That's what I've been saying the whole time.
I read
I
read an essay for my film class in college that was on Forrest Gump, and it was using it as an example for how America is failing because we want to reward stupidness.
It's the participation award stuff, right?
Yeah, I think we can just like luck our way through our lives, and this guy must have been, just a great guy. He must have been just all over it because he was like, yeah, America is about hard work and making opportunity for yourself, and all Forrest Gump is about is running into things that make you like successful and popular.
Well, but he is a white man.
Well, also, I don't know if this author saw the social media world coming where there are now millions of people that make millions of dollars literally doing nothing.
Being stupid, yeah. Well, all right. Speaking of
Joe
working.
and stupidity, this scene with the Xenomorph, Wendy rescuing Joe from the Xenomorph,
Yeah.
not great. Not great.
No, so we didn't talk about this episode at all prior to hitting record here. So we're going to share our real opinions in real time. I just was like, okay, we know the Xenomorph through movies, through so many movies. It's a killer. It will kill you fast. And this Xenomorph is such a
and they even showed that
pansy.
the last episode too, like
Eviscerated all those people in a second.
Yeah, and he's like, no, I gotta stare over Joe and like really give Wendy an amount of time to come over here and rescue him.
It's just really not in canon. There was no reason why the thing wouldn't immediately have killed them both right away.
Yeah, I still don't know on the Xenomorph. Like, they're kind of playing fast and loose, and the movies kind of did too, but the Xenomorph's interaction with synthetic life,
Sure.
like, does it have to be biological for it to be interested in killing it? I can't
I don't
really
get the
tell.
show is telling us absolutely that's true because they say only synths can go into or whatever. Yeah, I think synths can only go into the lab. I know I'm jumping around to Boy Genius there, but so yeah, maybe. But anyways, but Joe's a human. Joe,
Yes, he should have
Joe's a
gotten
human. So
just absolutely murdered.
liberated.
But the weird thing about it is that they absolutely could have, had him be at least like, well, I suppose he ends up being like fatally injured, but like you don't have to have the scene with the xenomorph essentially pinning him down to like fatally injure him. He could have done that any other way and like gotten away and not like at least have some credit that we can give Joe for like escaping and stuff like that, or Wendy comes in sooner. But I think the way that they set it up is so weird compared to what they were doing in the first two episodes, where they're like, yeah, we're going to show the xenomorph, we're going to not do the heightening of are we going to see it, are we going to see it, and kind of have that spookiness around it. They're like, we're going to show it, murdering everybody, it's great. And then here they're like, actually, let's have the Wendy xenomorph fight happen behind a closed door. Let's have the xenomorph like essentially crawl around like a dog and then like lick people before it kills them. Like it was a strange choice to be like, first two episodes, killing machine. Third episode, we got to slow it down because the story, the story is not ready for it to kill main characters yet.
We have to, the biggest part that stood out to me in that sense was when Joe is like webbed up in that little shipping container. She says, no, it's a trap, She goes in there, xenomorph, I'm there, you fell for my trap, baby. And then sorry.
Yeah, and then she like stares it down. And
then the xenomorph leaves and goes on top of the shipping container? Why?
Just charge.
What is the logic here?
Just charge.
And then it's like, oh, we'll stab it through the ceiling? What the fuck is happening?
Well, they had to do a cool way to show the acid blood, and it's always like it's coming down from the ceiling.
I was happy to see the acid blood, by the way.
Yeah, so they're doing a clear delineation between the saliva coming out of the alien and then the blood. Well, I think there are movies where the saliva is also.
That is true. No, because I clocked it immediately. Yeah, like oh, why is the saliva?
But I thought they did a pretty good job of like clearly differentiating that. I mean, they immediately pull out non-corrosive material to that little wheelie thing that they're shipping the xenomorph on after it's been killed, and they're bringing it back to the lab. So, I guess word spread. I would have thought that Joe would have been a little bit more damaged, but I guess he got that coat off and he was wearing layers. So, I mean,
but is Joe dead? Is Joe gonna die? Did they hit Joe's lungs and have them inseminated with alien?
Well, is he technically a cyborg now if they just replaced one of his lungs with a like mechanical lung?
I don't know the definition of cyborg. Noah Hawley has to send that over.
Which of you has to be artificial?
You know you're a cyborg if
you got they're using your replacement body parts to make aliens.
Maybe cyborg. Yep, that's right. So Joe is in surgery.
Oh yeah, so Wendy's in critical condition, Joe is in critical condition, and they lay on the ground together with Joe,
Also, what happened to Wendy? There was just like white blood coming out of the top of her head, and they showed nothing else.
Nothing else. We don't know. The only indication comes later on when they're back at HQ, and the one like main scientist dude was like, this section, I want you to look at that. And they're trying to be cautious with her. I think they did a horrible job of really explaining any of this. I do, however, think that we are going to potentially see the fight maybe through the eye recording. So we're gonna watch somebody watch her kill the alien.
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean,
that is wishful thinking. I don't know if they necessarily have to do it. I would appreciate it, but I don't think they necessarily have to do it.
I don't know. Yeah, Wendy as a killer. We'll see. we'll see these childish robots. I could take them. I could take this and poor things. That made sense. But these super children that are, I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, that the opening part.
Yeah, weird. I was just gonna close on the characters. So Wendy and Joe. So Joe's lung, pretty beat up. They take it out, seemingly replace it. He's in like this cryotube surgery thing, and then we see his lung sitting in a vat of liquid, and it's got stitching all over it. I guess keeping it viable and alive. And then they drop the little xenomorph in there, and it hops on in.
The little xenosperm.
Yeah, I love it. He's a little cute guy. I
Yeah.
liked it.
It was. That was. I mean, that was kind of interesting that they showed that.
Yeah, so Wendy wakes up. She's on her own, kind of computer table. The light goes from red to blue after they did the full shutdown, restart, reboot. And
Just like a cable box. That's all you had to do.
yeah, so she, and I'm gonna preface this, seemingly wakes up, hears the xenomorph high-pitched noise, and is following it down the hall to where Prodigy or the Prodigy company is holding the aliens currently in their secret little lab. And then she goes to the door, gets in, the noise is getting louder. She's like super distressed about it. It's causing her like physical pain, it seems like. Although, can she feel physical pain?
Very good question. Apparently, from when a sound is too high pitched, that is
Yeah.
painful to her.
I mean,
They
unless
didn't.
it's
They
just, like,
should have programmed that out of her, but they didn't.
is it just hurting her consciousness?
Yeah, I guess so. That's again like that's not great writing, but that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna go with this.
My consciousness hurts so bad.
I have the idea of pain. So yeah, it hurts her, and she's fallen down and from this high pitch, whatever, and I hope that amounts to something more exciting later.
Yeah, but I say seemingly because there are people in the lab working on the eggs, basically, seeing what's going on in there. Timothy Oliphant's in there, one of the lost girls that we will talk about later, is also in there. And Wendy seemingly walks in, collapses, and no one realizes it, which is very strange.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said seemingly. I think this might turn out to be a dream. And
Stupid dream. Like what is this? Oh, I don't know. Maybe they'll go somewhere where that she passed out on, what was it, a teddy bear?
well, it's
That
the
was your belief
logo
life?
for Prodigy, I guess.
It's the product. See, I didn't clock that.
A
That
little teddy bear with
logo.
a huge thick chain.
Hell yeah, man.
It does seem
Yeah,
like a logo that a 16, however old boy is, would come up with, like a hip hop
Yep.
bear, kind of like.
Yes.
Is he like Kanye?
Yes, very much. He was like, I remember that from hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It's almost like that time period didn't happen, and we're just drawing from things that happened, recently. That's okay.
No,
Don't worry about
no
that
new
interim
pop
time.
culture has come out in 100
Ceased
years.
to be. We haven't talked about that, but it has ceased to be. Just don't worry.
It's almost like this is a TV show created by a man currently living in this time, and the only references he has are to past events,
They're like, we want to make this show reference heavy.
which is
Is that a
fine.
good
When
idea?
you're doing a show like Fargo, which happens in modern time.
Yeah, you shouldn't do a lot of references here, and they do a lot.
I can't wait for somebody to like pull out an iPhone and be like, yeah, I actually stay off like the AI grid, and I got this classic old phone that I use, and it's like an iPhone 18 or whatever.
I just like it, man. I just love that.
There's
Because we're
something
still
about the
talking-
touch and the feel. Like I could have this implanted in my brain, but I don't want it. I'm a hipster.
Just talking about the pandemic, things like that. Now, what were you doing in COVID?
The fucking mask mandates.
I
That
know.
was 100 years ago. I'm not.
So when I read about it in history class, it's just
think-
all I want to talk
I think
about.
Morrow is still over it because he was 65 years
Morrow's been around.
on that ship. Let's get into Morrow. He's probably the most interesting character that the show has produced so far.
Yeah, he and Kirsch, I like those two.
Yeah. So Kirsch is the Timothy Oliphant character who I will go back and forth calling them that. So if I call Timothy Oliphant out, I'm talking about Kirsch
The elephant.
in the room. So Morrow is sneaking around the ship still. He's uploading some alien data. He has to do 2 USBs to the temples in order to download
To the
that.
dome. That's right. And this is definitely something that's done because it looks cool. And you know what? It does look cool.
It
Good.
looks
That's
super-
fine.
He also looks
It's like,
absolutely insane while the 2 Lost Boys are watching it.
Hell yeah. He's like, he's mainlining data into his earlobes. 95%. Oh! These kids are just like,
What? I don't know.
Also, Morrow must be like a clinical psychologist too. Like he must have had that data uploaded to him too, because he clocks these 2 as kids immediately. Now I know they are doing like kind of childish banter back and forth and stuff like that. But if like, for instance, you and me were talking like that and someone was watching us, they wouldn't be like, those 2 are kids.
I mean, they would maybe think that though.
Well, yeah, but they wouldn't say it out loud. They'd be like, are you guys children? We're
Are
like,
you actually children? Yeah.
yeah, if we said no, they would be like, okay. I mean, you're acting like it, but not. But no,
A lot of them-
Morrow's like, oh, I know what's going on here. He confirms it later on by doing some research. But yeah, he apparently is just the most brilliant cyborg that's ever lived.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's a little too convenient with the writing. I think it's going to be a situation where it's just like you have to just go along with this. They don't necessarily, like, the places that they want to go are difficult, I guess, and they're like, I don't know. This is just how we're going to have to do this. So, yeah, because that's strange, and then he really gets a little creepy with the kids. It's like, oh, tell me about your parents. Where's your mom? Is she going to pick you up?
Oh,
Your mom told me to get you.
progressively gets creepier.
I just need a friend.
He contacts Mrs. Yutani, or Miss Yutani. I suppose I don't know if she's married or.
So is he working for Yutani? And were we wrong about him being a Weyland dude?
Yeah, I must,
Okay.
because I think I specified that. Well, he did say contact Weyland, so it must just be they're working together. Weyland-Yutani is just
Yeah, they are.
talking about that.
famous
Apparently they're working together, so we don't have to differentiate them until we have to. But yeah, he calls her. Doesn't recognize the voice after he gives his special like code to get direct access to the leader. And she informs him that he is used to working with her grandmother because it has been 65 years that they have been on that mission, even though he seemingly hasn't aged because of cryosleeping and such, and he's a cyborg.
And
And
he works out. He works out.
he probably does work out.
Collagen, a lot of collagen in his diet, you know.
I mean, he was the
You know what they say.
chief security officer, so you got to stay swole on the ship.
You got to do it.
He also plants a communicator chip onto Slightly, who's the, I believe, Indian Lost Boy.
Yes.
It's tough to like do the name. Like you could just say a Lost Boy name, and I wouldn't necessarily know it is. You're gonna.
Maybe just, can you call them out by race?
I will.
Is that going to be a problem?
Because that is going to be the quickest way to differentiate them.
What are you, slightly? No. So Slightly is the Indian boy.
White girl
he is-
with black hair, white girl with red hair.
I just
And
call her
white-
Big Eyes. Her whole audition would be like, can you just stare and look really dumbfounded? That's all you have to do in this show. Literally, that's it. You could say a couple lines, but really, we just need that face. Don't ever deviate. You're just like,
I do think we're gonna get character arcs for at least half of the Lost Boys.
I hope so.
I hope it's only half. If we get into all of them in the first 8 episodes of this season, that might be a little bit too much.
Yeah.
So the last thing that Morrow does is he uses that communicator that he has planted onto Slightly to talk to him, seemingly in like a Voldemort Harry Potter style, where he's just like in his head.
Hey there.
And
I know we got off on the wrong foot. I just wanted to say you're pretty cool.
Morrow's been doing some research on Prodigy. He's been hitting the Google machine, checking out some articles about the boy genius. Turns out,
What's that machine that he's using to is it like an old microfiche or like an Apple computer from 1981?
honestly, it looks like the computers that are in Blade Runner. Like, they're
Alright,
stealing
I mean-
a lot of Blade Runner stuff for what's going on technologically on Earth.
All right. I mean, that's cool. So okay.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
he's
and
an
New
old dirty computer.
New Siam is essentially Neo Tokyo from Blade Runner. Like, they're just stealing Blade Runner shit.
Well, luckily I don't know because I've still not.
Yeah, it's all very impressive. You're like, whoa, what a novel idea. An Asian city that is now just be called New, and somehow it's futuristic because of that.
Interesting.
Well, Neo Tokyo is even better because you use the word Neo, and people are like, what does that mean?
That's very cool. It's like Neo the One.
Yeah.
Did you know that when Neo from The Matrix, that character's name, if you rearrange the letters, it actually spells one.
Wait. Hold on.
So go, hold on. I know this is complex.
Wait.
Neo, he's the
N?
guy in The Matrix. Keanu Reeves.
N.
Keanu Reeves.
Starts with an N, right?
Yeah.
There's an E.
N-E-O.
And an O.
Right.
Okay, wait. I can rearrange these in my head, I think.
Yeah, it's like one of those really hard puzzles.
O.
Because they call him the One.
E.
I don't know if you remember, but they're like,
Whoa!
I know.
Unbelievable.
So, so I don't know. That's kind of a cool, I mean, speaking of really cool writing, the Wachowski brothers, or the two directors as they are now, clearly they would not make a bad movie ever.
No.
But I also stopped paying attention to pop culture in 1999, just like Alien Earth.
So yeah, Morrow is talking to Slightly, being very creepy, saying, hey, can we be friends, man? I really want to be your friend. He kind of sounds like a guy in a van trying to convince a kid to come into the van with him.
It was a little much when he said he had Zima. Do you get that reference?
No.
Zima, oh gosh, because you're young. So Zima was a brand of wine cooler that was around in the 90s.
Oh, really?
And like famously, like in the To Catch a Predator, like it was just like that was like kind of a
Yeah, we just had Smirnoff Ice, and then you ask
So
people.
just imagine I said Smirnoff Ice. It's like, hey, it's whatever the hell your name is, Slightly.
I thought you were shortening the word eczema.
Yeah,
I got a little Zima.
he's got a touch of the Zima.
All right. So yeah, let's use what happened with Slightly to go into some of the other Lost Boys and their adventures. They're also girls. I'm just calling them Lost Boys.
Boys and girls.
Yeah. So the boy has changed the mission for the Lost Boys and Kirsch. They are now no longer just checking out the ship and saving survivors. They are securing what was in there and bringing it back to the lab.
Get me those bioweapons.
They're mine.
So yeah, he wants those aliens.
Yeah, so they bring it back. Kirsch is going to do some experimentation with it. We'll get more into that with Kirsch and Boy later on. But the Lost Boys, we've got Curly, who I believe is the dark-haired girl that goes to Boy and is basically like, why is Wendy your favorite? I should be your favorite.
Curly goes to Boy. And then Curly goes to Boy. Boy goes to Slightly.
Should I call him his full nom de plume, Boy Kavalier?
Please always refer to him in his full nomenclature, Boy Kavalier.
Boy Kavalier. So she goes up to Boy Kavalier and basically pitches him on being his person that he goes up to the mountain and debates with.
Yeah, she was coming on to him, not like in a sexual way, in just like, I want to be your favorite. I'm the smartest. She just cares about her dumb brother, which I mean, also true. She's making a point. Wendy doesn't seem like a great soldier for our VC here, our boy. This other one, I already forgot her name. Clearly Canadian. What's her name? Curly, got him.
And then Nibs.
I was close.
Nibs is the red-haired girl.
Nibs, Curly, good. Okay. So Curly would be a better soldier for Boy Kavalier, and she is making her pitch. And I don't know, they have a little exchange there. Boy Kavalier, one character trait that they've made in this show, he loves to use his feet to do things. He's a foot dude. He's a real foot man.
Swiping with the feet, holding his little screen with the feet.
Yep. I love that characteristic.
And
I think it's really cool.
He's wearing the baggiest pajamas that have ever been worn. Those things cover his entire feet hanging on the floor.
He's got a cool, relaxed fit all the time. So,
do you think that they ever have to like sweep the floors at the Prodigy HQ, or do they just have Boy Kavalier walk around in those pajama bottoms?
No, I mean, they just have to, they have to make sure it's clean all the time, right? Because his tootsies are on that thing 24/7.
I mean, man likes to be comfortable all the time.
Boy doesn't own shoes. That's another character thing.
I don't think we've ever seen him wear shoes. There's a picture of him, or not a picture, but there's a video of him that is being projected over New Siam where he's giving like a rousing speech to the population. And I believe he's wearing a suit. So maybe he was going suit, no shoes.
Camera pans down, no shoes. He's got the McConaughey thing going on, you know?
This guy's got one main characteristic, and that is he
just shape living. He pounds his chest. I'm Boy Kavalier. Me trying to do a math. God, that sounds like George Bush. I don't know. I can't just bust into impressions. Clearly. But, nearly can Boy Kavalier. He can't pretend to be anything he's not. So that's what you call a segue. And he's back. He's talking to Curly. Anything else happen with this Curly chat? Not that I remember. He talks to her.
Yeah, I mean, she's just making her pitch. Basically, like, hey, Wendy is obsessed with, like, saving her brother. She's not actually doing stuff that would benefit you. She's really just, being selfish, which is the worst sin that you can be, is selfish.
I know.
Ask anybody. And so it seems like Boy Kavalier likes the pitch. He's like, I'm going to give you some extra reading to do, which is nice. I mean, we're always looking for mentors to give us more reading, more stuff to learn about, and then they're going to play. All right, let's get to Kirsch, because this is my guy here. Kirsch.
This is good. He brings some sabotage to the show.
He is getting sassy with Boy Kavalier, and Boy Cavalier's calling him out on it. Sounding pretty human with all these follow-ups to his command.
Yeah, it's almost like there is no real distinction.
Yeah, well, and if Westworld taught us anything, it's that when a robot gets even a smidge of humanity, you immediately are like, that's a conscious being, don't be mean to it anymore.
That's it. It's so much, the metaphor. Really quickly about Morrow. I saw something online. There's a theory that Morrow is David's consciousness. David, and the
that's
theory
too cool. That's way too cool of a theory.
The only reason they said it is because at the end of his little transmission with young man there, he says, "Don't let the bed bugs bite," and they're like, "Look, look," which is probably just a reference, and it's not actually David's consciousness, but holy shit. I need some Fassbender up in here.
I mean, we talked about it before the show even started. If Fassbender shows up in this, or we even get a David reference, I mean, that's all we really want.
Sadly,
no one likes those movies, so we won't.
But we get a good actor in Kirsch, in Michael Oliphant.
Timothy.
Oliphant? Am I saying Timothy? Fucking shit, I was wrong on
Oliphant.
T.O. Oliphant. Oliphant you can ask for.
Yeah, so he's leading the expedition. He's leading the retrieval. He's bringing the predator, or the aliens, not the predator. He's bringing aliens back. There's 5 different kinds, I believe.
Yep, they said 5 flavors.
5 flavors. He's doing some dissecting. He's a master wielding that scalpel.
He's very good.
And
the little goggles they put on.
He knows, he's read all the documents like Alex Jones, and knows that the Xenomorphs and their eggs are looking for humans to implant with the embryo so that they have a human host and then take them out.
I've read all the documents. The Xenomorph eggs don't exist.
Building 7.
Oh, Alex. Yeah, he's got all the knowledge, and yeah, I mean, I like his exchange with Morrow, I think. Yeah, he's a good actor, and he delivers his lines well, and he's always interesting to watch when he's on the screen. Yeah, I think he's a good character in this, and
He had,
so he-
oh my gosh, I'm not going to remember it. Maybe you will. He had a incredible condescending line where it's something like,
the parents' backyard.
no, oh, it was one of the kids is looking at the screen and was going to touch it like it's a touch screen. And he's like, look with your eyes, not with your hands.
Yeah, he lays down the fucking law.
Yeah. Well, he's a paternal figure to the Lost Boys. Like when he shows up, when they're being confronted by Morrow, they immediately fall behind him, kind of like kids would fall behind a parent. And he seemingly has their best interests. We get this.
He doesn't. He thinks everyone's just meat.
No,
I think we're gonna
but we
find out
we
for-
get
yeah.
the scene where Boy Cavalier's right-hand guy, who I can't remember his name quite off the top of my head here. Where is his name? His name is
Dude Perfect.
that would be incredible.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
I know. I'm gonna blow your mind.
Shows-
His name is Adam. But not
Is
Adam.
is that the scientist?
No, he's the old guy that's always like standing right next to.
Oh yeah, okay, I know who you're talking about now. Yep, okay.
Yeah, but it's
Adam.
Adam Atom, not Adam. So he is not
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, if it was Adam, we would all be talking about, is he the first? Can they do adult hybrids? And they just decided after doing Adam that they weren't going to do it anymore. Is Adam Boy's dad, and it's his consciousness now in a sense? Like, a lot of ways to go with it. Could still be the case, but yeah, his name is spelled Atom.
I know they didn't bring a lot of awareness to that. That's kind of thrilling.
Did I write a better character just now?
I think so. My name is Adam. No, like the bomb. What?
No,
Like it was ATOM?
like
That's really dumb. I don't care who you are, what type of being you are. It's just a dumb name. But
is an atom a subparticle? I might have been wrong about that. I believe an electron is a subparticle. I think atom might just be a particle.
I was told there'd be no science.
Science corner.
Oh, what? Okay.
Oh, so yeah, Kirsch has this scene where Adam is talking to the Lost Boys. He's doing some follow-up on what he had seen through the retinal cameras by also telling them that they have retinal cameras. I like the kid that's like, I'm not sure I'm okay with that. I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't be. That's insane.
Sorry.
So yeah, he lets him know. He wants to know what Morrow whispered into Slightly's ear, which was, you texted it to me today.
What makes a machine not a machine?
Exactly. Adam seems
What he's having.
Adam has a weird way of leaving, which is like one of those weird like power trip things where like he immediately comes into the room and the kids are like, are we in trouble? And he doesn't reassure them in any way. He's like, are you? He does that weird like kind of parent or like principal thing where they want you to like admit what you did wrong, even if they don't actually know if you did anything wrong.
Always screwing with you a little bit. Always, yeah. Adam, not a cool guy, not a cool name. Adam.
I was told by a priest once that even if I feel guilty and I didn't actually do anything wrong, that is also sin. So I should probably ask for forgiveness for the feeling of guilt, even though I can't associate it with what I'm actually feeling guilty for.
Everyone knows that.
And then something else happened after that, but I don't want to talk about it.
Oh gosh, what a predator-heavy episode this is.
It is. I've already mistakenly called the Xenomorph a predator like once, so we were
talking about so many.
We were talking about other predators too. Yeah. Kirsch, where were we? Oh, so I haven't even been able to get into my Kirsch thing. He is standing behind a false mirror, so you can see into the room where Adam is talking to the Lost Boys, and he's seemingly, based on the look on his face, to me, seemed to be questioning his initial statement of like to make these kids like grow up and accomplish the stuff that we want them to accomplish. We should treat them more like robots than like humans. And it seems like in this scene, while he's watching Adam essentially treat these kids like robots, and then watching one of the Lost Boys come over to Curly, put his arm around him, like try to comfort him like a kid would comfort a kid after getting a scolding. And it seems like Kirsch sees some humanity and is like, am I treating them correctly, or how should these be treated?
Yeah, they probably need someone to have a nice character arc. And they were like, hey, Timothy, will you be in this show? We'll let you be the cool bad guy that turns into a good guy.
But he's not really a bad guy right now. I don't want him.
But he's like ominous.
I know. I don't want him to turn into a worse guy. That would bum me out. I do want him to be kind of like the leader, older guy.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I just want the show to be good.
Can you just
right now?
Good
I'm
David?
doing.
He could be good David.
Good, you mean there's a name for that? His name is
Walter.
Walter. Hey, I'm Walter. That's kind of not how he sounds, but maybe. Hey, everybody.
Do the fingering. Oh, okay. All right.
Hello, Walter.
Wait, does David sound like Stewie?
Hello, Walter. The trick. To do it doesn't hurt. Brian.
Oh man, Stewie. You know what? Family Guy needs to do an alien. Didn't they remake Star Wars?
There's an alien in American Dad.
Yeah, I know. The Roger.
Yeah.
Caleb.
Oh, don't act like you don't watch it.
I didn't. I never watched. I don't know if I watched a lot of it on my own volition, and that's partially because of like my age and stuff. But one of my kids watched a lot of it like a summer ago, so I ended up.
Seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex.
You know, that's Seth MacFarlane. He knows how to write an opening song.
But where were those good old-fashioned values?
Also, they're kind of the same. But hey, it's okay.
Yes.
They're.
Seth MacFarlane kind of has one move, and he just does it over and over again. People like it.
It was successful enough.
What if I show a cartoon scene and I writes a little bit of comedy in it, but most of the comedy comes from references that we cut away from what's actually happening and reference shit.
It worked. I mean, it was a good move for a while.
How like guys' brains work and how we talk and make our own comedy.
He tapped into the dude DNA.
And he also knows another thing about dudes. We love show tunes.
We do.
I wanna sing and dance all night long. Like, all right, I don't know about that one, but that's cool. I mean, some of us. It's just not all of us. But that's my Seth corner. Are any of those shows still on? Do you know? Like, are they making new episodes?
They're in syndication, so they are on.
Yeah,
all over the place. I think TBS run Family Guy reruns.
Yeah, but there's no new ones. Simpsons are still pumping out new content.
Fox, they need their top of the line cartoon show.
And Fox does own Alien, which is brings us back to the topic.
I think
the afternoon.
We're gonna see the Prodigy HQ, and they're gonna have their like energy area, and Homer is gonna be sitting there, manning the nuclear power plant that's running this whole facility.
I hope so. I hope this show has as much synergetic IP as
Fox SpawnCon.
Like, I think that would make it really cool. I mean, we've already gotten the Peter Pan, we've already gotten the Ice Age.
What,
We've
Peter?
got, like,
I mean,
keep it going. Yeah, like, I want more and more IP, because they own it. And that's, I feel
I would love if there were crazy like 1990s, 1980s references throughout this entire show, the entire time. If somebody doesn't bring up the OJ trial, like, what are we doing? If someone doesn't bring up 9/11,
there's a little show I used to watch called Roseanne.
it would have been hilarious because the spaceship did run into a very large tower. If someone was just like, "Oh no, not again!"
Reminds me of 9/11.
Oh man. Yeah. So what I was gonna do we have anything else we want to discuss
I
about the
think
character?
I think that basically gets us through the entire episode. Boy and Kirsch are going at it. We don't know how their relationship is going to go going forward. Curly seems to be breaking a little bit bad, teaming up with Boy. Boy is, pretty jazzed about having $1 trillion of R&D just landing in their laps.
Hell yeah.
And like we said, is giving Curly some research. So they're going to be kind of a dynamic duo, the boy genius with the hybrid that has been given advanced intelligence.
She learned French in a week.
Which is kind of like, that's a long time for someone who's...
Yeah, shouldn't she just learn it in a second? I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know how these things work.
Kirsch is a full synth, and he probably could just be like, yeah, I learned it in the amount of time it took to
I just
upload.
know it.
Yeah.
I don't have to learn it. I just know. He's like they should be like ChatGPT. ChatGPT doesn't say, I've learned French. It just knows it. Okay?
I can't wait for when they've gotten the translating ability so high that you can like basically put headphones in and go to another country and they can understand English and I can understand what they're saying.
I feel like that will bring the world together.
Because I know you can kind of do it with like Google Translate. You can have them like talk into it and it'll kind of translate it. But like they have at the UN like little headphones that everybody wears and like all the, political meetups and stuff like that. They have translators on hand. But I commercialize that bad boy. Come on.
You think someone that's a translator ever just throws in a weird word to screw with
I'm sure they are paid well enough that that is not a temptation, but I'm sure it happens.
Nah.
I mean, there's
To be a fly on the wall at the UN meetings.
I believe
Am I right?
I believe there was a dude that got caught who was a fake sign language interpreter. He was one of those guys that would like go up, if like a church
Concert?
Yeah, church or concert, and he was just basically making random movements and stuff, and people were like, that guy's not saying anything.
Yeah, it took a while for someone to come forward. They were just like, I don't know.
People could just do sign language to me, and I'd be like, yep.
Great. Sounds good. That looks good. Those people are always having a good time. I think that's a fact.
So where's the show going, Chris? Where are we at? This is kind of like a filler episode. This is like kind of setting up, what hopefully will be built upon for the rest of the season. I think this is a dramatic, maybe not dramatic, but it is definitely a fallback from the first 2 episodes, which were very action intense and seemingly like way more confident, at least in my opinion, in the material. Whereas this episode, they didn't seem super confident in the story that they were telling because, they're hiding stuff. They're making stuff seem like maybe it's a dream, maybe it's not. We'll decide later. To me, episode 3, not confident, and therefore I didn't think it was very great. Hopefully it picks up next week.
So this might be surprising. I think I almost enjoyed the experience of 3 more than 1 and 2.
Really?
Because of when 1 and 2 happened, I was like, oh man, what is this gonna be? And of course you have such high expectations because it is my, I think, favorite franchise, or one of them. It's up there. And then and you're like, okay, well, this isn't necessarily gonna have some of the highs, in my opinion, that the franchise had. But what will it bring? And so kind of like that was like, it set the table and set my expectations. So now I'm like, this is a kind of like a soap opera with xenomorphs that are there. And you've got some decent actors, you've got a decent budget, and it's sci-fi. I like sci-fi. So if you just approach this show as being like, ultimately, I don't know if it's going to be good. Like I don't. I'm pretty sure that we won't look back and be like, I mean, I could be fucking wrong, but like being like, oh my gosh, what a smart, brilliant show. Like I feel like that might not be happening.
No,
But-
well, so yeah,
But I could have fun.
yeah, for sure.
Who
I
the
think
fuck cares?
I think no matter what, it will be fun. I think it will, at the end of the day, still be a solid show. I think episode 3 opened my eyes a little bit to some of the complaints I've seen online that the Lost Boys and Wendy in particular, especially in this episode, are going to be, if it doesn't shape up, there's going to be some tough scenes going forward. Because like Wendy in this episode, I was not interested in her being a main character at all. Like they just failed so hard on that opening scene, in my opinion. And then they kind of sideline her for the rest of the episode. And then she comes back and we don't know if she's hallucinating or if it's a dream or if it's real. And she's getting sidelines by Curly going to Boy Kavalier. So like Wendy's no longer the fate. So what is she doing? Is she just going to be protecting and saving Joe the entire time? That's pretty boring. Like Joe didn't grow at all in episode 3. So it's like he didn't have a ton of stuff to do in the first 2 episodes. So like we just have to keep building on it more. I think 3 failed in a lot of ways, but it did set up a lot of cool stuff. So if 4 is also bad, I'm going to start to feel not great about this show, but I think this could just potentially be a blip. And Fargo, I was going to say this. Fargo did this too. I like Fargo. I have a lot of problems with it just from a structural standpoint. So I did have, unlike Chris, I had pretty low expectations for this show. I thought it was going to stink and I was just going to have fun making fun of every episode for 8 episodes, essentially, just like I enjoyed making fun of Romulus. But I think this has a lot of potential, and I hope it doesn't turn into something I don't like.
I've my expectations are lowish, but also like, yeah, it's fun and it's gonna, I don't know. Kirsch is a cool character. Morrow's a good character, and who knows? We'll see some stuff. I will watch it, obviously, and I've been in a bit of a show hole, so it's nice to have something to watch.
You're loving coming back to the small screen.
I'm loving it. As Brian Cox said.
Can I say the most white guy, like bad old Hollywood thing? I kind of wish Timothy Oliphant was the main character of this show.
Fuck that, dude. Edit that out. I'm just kidding. Well, no, yeah, he's clearly the better, and
that's not even that he's a better actor. He's a better character. He's a more interesting character than Wendy. Wendy is not an interesting character, and I know there is a history of shows where the main character in the show is not the most interesting part of the show. It is what
Batman effect,
but you kind of have to, and like. It's kind of the main problem with Prometheus and Covenant is that like
I don't find that to be a problem.
And Resurrection, like no real good main characters. Like
Sigourney's back, the bitch is back, Alien Resurrection.
I know, but Wendy is not Sigourney Weaver. She's not.
Well, no, I know. You mentioned Resurrection, so I had to say we do get the Alien Queen herself.
I wish Kirsch was the main character. I wish we were looking through his lens to look at the hybrids instead of having the hybrids be the main characters and us having to like see the world through them. I wish we could see them through other people's eyes more.
Here's a hot take. I don't know if I like the kid hybrids at all. Like they might actually because here's my hypothesis. Were the studio, I don't know. I mean, this is probably bullshit, but it was like, you know what? We want something that maybe helps this show appeal to younger people.
No.
So like, no, be like, let's have like some, because it's just like, this is an alien show. Like, I don't.
So they did 2 things that one of which I can appreciate, and I have been on record saying I do not like kid actors. I will point out when they're good, but for the most part, kid actors are bad. So they essentially were able to get kid characters bootstrapped into this TV show, but have adult actors play the kids. So you can have the emotional like response to like, oh, this kid's in danger because I know he's a kid consciousness, but he's inside of a adult actor. So like the acting can be a little bit better seemingly. The second problem, and I think this is the main problem, is that all of their scenes together, all the Lost Boys scenes together, just sound like a bunch of improv people doing a bit.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Which is not, in my opinion, is not acting. They're just like, hey, act like kids for, I suppose I use the word act.
Here you go.
But like,
oh, look, I'm stocking the cabinet. Scene work. Go. Oh, there's something in my stomach. It's yes and it.
So all their scenes basically just seem like extended improv bits that someone who is not in on the bit is watching and being like, why are you guys acting like this?
Just you wait. Clearly, and whatever the other kid's name is, there's no way they're gonna watch this whole show and be like, those were stupid characters. They're gonna be like, wow, something's gonna happen.
They have some potential. So the red-haired girl Nibs,
I would be facetious. I think they might be stupid the whole time, for the record.
Yeah. So I'll give the counterpoint to that. So Nibs, the red-haired girl that we didn't talk quite a bit, is kind of going through an existential crisis. She is not able to fully work out what is going on with, the mind of a child, body of an adult. She has been scared by the eyeball monster. She is having visions of seeing her old body lying on the slab. So she's kind of having a mental breakdown.
She's fucked up.
She is. So that's going to be a character arc there.
You think they'll touch on? You think they'll touch on?
I think they'll touch on it. We've got Curly with Boy Kavalier. They'll build that relationship together up. We've got Slightly with Morrow having, the voice in the ear the entire time. Because, he's going to let Morrow into the facility, and then Morrow's going to do... we already know what's going to happen in the finale. That's what we have to look forward to. We also have a couple things. I'll throw in a couple speculations. I will issue a spoiler warning on these speculations, because the first one that I'm going to throw out, what apparently is a bit of a spoiler. I don't know for sure. I don't know if the spoiler is true or not, but somebody found some images that got leaked somewhere, and there appears to be a xenomorph with like red on it or something. Kind of
red on it. Say more.
Well, like red markings, like part of like its armor.
Okay, so like a new type.
Yeah, so there's going to be different types of xenomorphs that are going to show up. Obviously, our first xenomorph that we see has been murked. But we are going to see some more, obviously, with the little tadpole thing swimming into the lung. That's going to turn into a xenomorph. And then it kind of seems like Boy Kavalier wouldn't feel too bad about potentially throwing his consciousness into a xenomorph.
No way that's going to happen.
You watch and see, baby. That is my big
I will
prediction.
have to stop watching.
That is my big bold prediction.
A xenomorph will just be like, hello, I'm Boy Kavalier. I can't fit these jammies on. Oh, man. I don't know about all that.
Also, Boy Kavalier learns about the xenomorph, sees like one picture of it, and is like, we're going to use that for weapons.
Yeah, there's such a big, like,
it takes like,
valuable
whole alien movies for it to be like, oh, you guys are using these as like biological weapons, like in Aliens. They don't even talk about it in like the first one. And then immediately Boy Kavalier is like, oh, let me take a look at that thing. Oh yeah, biological weapon.
That's might be like the big issue with Alien, the franchise as a whole, is like, yeah, I guess these things could be good weapons for sure, but like, I don't know. Well, like, yeah, I was gonna say, are there any animals, or like, is there any other beast that like, like, would the military be like, hippos? We need hippos. Those things are crazy. They will rip you apart. Let's just breed a bunch of hippos.
Dude, in Poland during World War II, there was a bear that was a part of their army. I think he was like a captain in the army.
Who's it, Captain?
Yeah, they would feed it beer.
Bear told me I had a bad day today. God damn it, I let the bear down.
I forget what the bear's name. The bear had a cool name, but this is a real story. You can look it up on Google. There was a bear, part of the Polish army. They fed him beer, and he was kind of just like a transport guy.
But he was the smartest one. Because they're dumb.
And the least
I'm partially, partially Polish, so I can say that. Yeah, that's interesting.
So yeah, I think there is going to be some talk of, if not actual, putting human consciousness into alien body. Xenomorph makes the most sense because it does seem to be kind of a machine organic life hybrid.
I think they need to do, I don't know, that would be so jumping the shark. I couldn't even handle that.
That would be sick. That's what this TV show is for, is to explore the world.
How does the alien act when some...
Do you want them to just do the movie plots, like, over again in a TV show?
Something that isn't just something better.
Do you want them to have, like, a D-Day-like event where they storm the beaches of the Xenomorph homeland?
First 20 minutes of Saving Private Ryan, except it's Xenomorphs.
Humans.
Tell me that would...
Humans running onto the beach... Fighting Xenomorphs.
Yeah. Isn't that, I don't know, maybe not that.
Isn't that just, didn't we just Star Troopers?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but anyways, point is,
which was an allegory for Nazism.
I know. Actually, I didn't know that. I just
Paul Verhoeven, who also did RoboCop.
RoboCop. What was that? Was that an allegory for?
Yeah, for police states.
Ah. RoboCop. Never seen RoboCop. How's that?
I've never seen it either. I have never seen it.
I don't think I'm missing anything
either. Yeah. I think that's it.
All right, Alien or
cool speculations? Anything other than just thinking that this show will suck later on?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't have anything. I'm excited to see where they go with it. I'll watch it. I mean, it's like I said, I'm not watching a whole lot these days. So it's nice to have something. And I don't have high expectations, but it's fun times.
Sweet.
AE. All right, well, thank you, Luke. We don't have to rate anything, but we will see you guys here next week. And by you guys, I mean whoever's listening to this.
Yeah. Hey, moderator in that alien group, approve my message. I actually posted. I'm not just trying to, market my shit in your group. I actually wrote a post.
He did. And here's the thing. If you are listening right now and you've made it to this far in the episode, you can follow us on Facebook. Write us a message. We're going to tell you where secret treasure is buried.
That's true.
That's true. No, it's a secret treasure. It's pretty amazing. Like, there's a lot of treasure in it. It's not small. I'd say it's at least a moderate to big treasure.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm buried in the United States.
Amazing.
And I know where it is.
Do it justice. It's beautiful. It's huge. It's incredible.
It's a big, beautiful bill. No, don't get political here. No. But it's seriously, treasure. You love it. We all love it. Who doesn't love it? So just write to us. Be like, show me the treasure. Say it like Jerry Maguire. Scream it. Show me the treasure. Okay? And that'll tell us, and then we'll let you know. Louder, boy. I can't hear you. We'd like you to turn on some fun hip hop music while you do it, and take your shirt off. Okay? And if you do those things, and and then say Beetlejuice 3 times, we're gonna show you where the treasure is. You don't have to say Beetlejuice. I'm just kidding. There is a treasure.
Chris, you held me at hello.
Yep. On that note, we'll see you next time.
Bye. Thanks, Chris.